I need snacks, but I don't have any, so I won't have any. Welcome to God of War Ragnarok. I'm the titular Dizz2K7. Yeah, it's very, very bizarre that my last name is Gaming. I don't really necessarily know. Oh, shit. It is. It's not dark out here, but visibility is low. This. And it seems like I can't tell y'all what's going on. Like I really can't tell y'all what's going on. Like I know that my internet isn't the best, but the fact that it's been like this the entire playthrough is relatively upsetting. What the shit?
I wasn't sure before, but I'm glad we're doing this. The sandstorm just feels wrong for Alpha.
Aye. Hearing the Song of the Sands again is a rare privilege, even if it's only a solo act.
Not once we free this other Hofgufa. It'll be a duet. What is this place? It doesn't look like a Dark Elf cave.
An abandoned ancient settlement by the looks of it. Built long before the Lightwell's creation.
I keep forgetting the whole sword thing
I'd say we're
until
on
I
the right
become
track
Loki again. AKA Atreus. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
He's
didn't,
got real quiet.
I didn't feel like there was anything to say to that.
That's
I mean, you called him Loki, and I lost respect for you. So, you know, I didn't really want to bring attention to it.
Are you calling himself Loki, right?
The sad part is that the sword thing should probably be important, but it is easily forgettable. Like it's incredibly easily forgotten. Okay. Mostly because it's fucking weird. Like they could have just let him have a sword.
Blocked.
Yeah? What about from down here?
I can't just like. It feels like I should be able to tell him, yeah, shoot the thing. Like, go that way and shoot the thing.
Ew. Guess some of this high stuff doesn't like sound.
It seems so unnecessary. It seems
Amir,
oddly unnecessary.
the last time we were in Alpha, this high stuff was all over the realm. It looked unnatural. It choked the life out of everything. Even the light itself.
It looked that way because you're not from this realm, lad. To the Dark Elves, the hive is more natural than that faultless, lily-white column in the center
that
of
killed
the
me with
well.
one hit.
Just look at how old some of these surfaces are. Far older than the Lightwell, or even our trapped Hafgifer for that matter.
You have a point.
I'd like to believe I always do.
I assume this is where I want to be going. I don't know.
To be fair, it's a fairly safe function, actually.
Not sure why that works, but I'm glad it does.
Another wretch to the left!
Oh, what now? Oh.
It's gonna explode! smell awful.
I have to go kill the thing, don't I? Yeah.
I mean, you can help someone and still think they're a terrible person.
But then your credibility comes into play, comes into question. If you don't like somebody, if you don't like them, that is, but you're willing to help them, why don't you like them? Do you really not like them? What's going on?
Well, the more important thing is he has something that he wants.
What do you mean?
He has answers.
Who has answers?
Odin.
No, he doesn't.
As far as
But Atreus thinks he does. But
yeah.
He ain't. You know how you know Odin doesn't have answers? Does he need Atreus' help? When you find yourself relying on a teenager, you're the one who's, you know, you ain't got it figured out. Not to mention, you're not just relying on a teenager, you're relying on a teenager, a part of a race that you genocided into nothingness. All right.
You know, to be fair, in video game aspects, like the fact that there are more enemies this way is the surefire way of knowing you're going the right way. Ah.
Oh, that's a thing? All right, cool. Dude, I'm gonna need you to cut it the hell out.
One more to go.
Why does everyone seem so surprised that he can turn into a wolf when, like, he's done it a lot?
Territory changes hands.
She's never seen it.
Or so it appears.
She's never hung out with him like that.
These ruins have historical significance
I guess
for the Light Elves.
Like you're asking, like the question itself, like had like this level of audacity.
I guess, like, I don't know. It's just this idea that if you're working with someone and you want to know, like, everything about them because you want to know if you can trust them, I'd want to know everything about this person.
Which one?
And what they can do.
Which one?
I suspect the corpse below would disagree.
Where are you getting most of this? No sacrifice in vain. A corpse lay below this one. I wonder if the poor soul wrote it before expiring, or if it was written by the friend who caused said expiration. Because I mean, if you're like talking about the fact that Atreus likes Thrud, like. What do you're asking a little bit too much from, you know, from a kid for the most part. Because like homie don't really know what to look like. He don't know what he's doing.
That's fair.
And like I don't think that she. I'm gonna say this about this fictional teenage girl. She comes off as like the type of chick who clearly. The boys, like as she says, Midgard boys, like they clearly all find her attractive, and I doubt they understand why they find her attractive. But I will say that she's probably had her fair share of fun with a few of them, like a few of them, but didn't super duper like she wasn't into any of them. in that capacity. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like I think Atreus is like just one of many boys that like she's kind of I don't want to make this fuck it give a fuck. She done ran through a good selection of them already, and he's just the next one on the list. Much like her uncle, maybe he's the one that she needs to be seeing.
Wait, isn't that the hive that doesn't like sound?
Good eye. Let's continue, shall we?
And it could be the case. It could be because oh man, I can definitely tell you that I've like met females who were definitely on that tip. And apparently females don't like to be called females. So, you know, I'd have met hoes who was like that. Where they're clearly struggling to find a significant other, but it's not their fault. So when they meet somebody that they think they might like, it really comes down to them putting you through your paces, or more, not necessarily putting you through your paces, sorry. And I'm only backtracking that because it's what I do. But they're putting you in a position where they're giving you the opportunity to fuck up, but they're not being very subtle about it. They're letting you know that they, like, men are like a certain thing to them. Men are dumb and they have a tendency to blah, 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 blah. And that's how they see it, right?
It's just a matter of time until you do.
Yeah, as far as they're concerned, like eventually you're gonna say something stupid, or as soon as you say something that they feel is, yeah, like something that you didn't need to say, or like, oh my gosh, that's really dumb. Like, men are all the same. Like, I feel like that's who Thrude may be in a nutshell. And I'm not saying that she is, obviously. I'm just saying that it's a fucking cartoon. It's a video game. You horse cock. I thought I blocked that, but that's cool. I didn't. I didn't.
So with 2 Hofgoofers free, are they gonna be able to, make more?
Almost certainly. Such a sweet spectacle, considering the cost.
The cost.
Aye. The adult's light fades as they pass it on to their offspring.
Hold on. Are you saying they have to die to have kids?
They don't have to, but the more light they give, the higher the chance of their offspring's survival.
Damn. That's... wow.
It is what parents do.
Really? All parents are supposed to die for their children?
It is what I would do.
Are all parents supposed to die for their children? No. I think people tend... it's one of those things where, like, I kind of wish stories would stop relying so heavily on that. As somebody who has his own, like, feelings when it comes to, like, parents and stuff like that. Like, I really feel like I really wish that, I think it's very similar to the thing I was saying about Friends, where it's like if they understood better what impact it had on the world around them. It's like when you sell stories as like a sitcom, like when you sell stories of the loving parents and this, that, and the third, like everybody's like desiring that outcome. Like everybody's desiring that outcome, but that's not always common. In a lot of places, it just straight up don't happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like hell, you know. But
I very much do, yeah.
And like it's one of those things where it's like, is this how I get back from here? Like it can't, right? And like it just is what it is. Like I don't care for it. I don't care for it because it ain't something I necessarily live. like, goddamn, I need. It's not my experience in life, and okay. I saw that and I didn't know that's what that was, so we're gonna go back. But that's all well and good. Like the fact that Kratos would indeed, kill for like die for Atreus' safety. I was like, yeah, it's all good. It's all well and good. We get it. And I'm not saying that I'm not that it's a dumb story.
It is a trope that happens far too often, but it does make sense in the case of Kratos. Like, Kratos has been through things that, like, yeah, he would obviously want to die for the person that he loves the most. So.
Yeah, like in certain cases, it totally. Like, I'm not saying that it doesn't work. Like the same with like sometimes like relationship tropes make sense. Like they totally work. In like when you write a character that isn't phoning it in, like when it ain't some bullshit. But I'd say like it's sometimes, but it like I say, it still feels like it.
Guess it's time to free it.
It happens so often that it never feels.
We're freeing them only for them to die.
It never. It doesn't always feel genuine. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the whole the nerd got the girl. Like it doesn't. Like it can't happen all the fucking time. Like it just can't because it's so uncommon. Like the idea of it.
If I were one of the children,
it's one of those like I'm happy to see it. Sure.
But it is the only choice they can make.
Like it's fun. It's fun to see it, but
it's a little funny.
Like this is clearly not what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, it was. I thought there were others. There are others. I just didn't throw them. I just didn't throw the axe. Well then, giddy the fuck up. I thought I was supposed to hit them all at once.
Okay, guess that's all we can do from down here.
Aye, back to the surface then.
Yeah.
Second bullet.
Oh man.
Oh god, that hurt. Fuck.
And I'm not trying to say like, and I really think one of the bigger things that people need to like learn to like lean the fuck up off of, because like it was like, well, you didn't have that bad of a childhood, that bad.
What?
It's
like
for relaxation. You burn leaves and breathe
Life
smoke.
itself is not a contest.
Can I use it?
No.
no, no. Like the idea that Kratos like sees himself as a parent is interesting to me. Like it's like he understands that there's a job that he must do for Atreus. Man, that's good shit, man. All right, so what's gonna happen here is I'm about to just make a whole bunch of bad decisions at the same time. I'm gonna put on 2 pairs of big ass headphones. Yeah, here we go. Oh man, 3 pairs of headphones on at once. I am the coolest guy. We're recording. I didn't expect me to be recording when this happened. No, it's okay. No, I can talk. I've done this in the past on several occasions. I'm talking to you, I'm talking to the audience that doesn't exist. I'm talking to Mjark. Talking to myself. Only difference is the audience can't hear you, but they can hear me.
The fate of these creatures.
Which is, you know, how
Reminds
this
me of
works.
a story.
Yeah?
There once was a blacksmith whose king commanded him to construct a box that could contain all the evils of the world. But no metal could hold such power. So the blacksmith used the flame of...
Please. It's okay.
What is okay?
You don't have to. Look, I know I get sad about this kind of stuff, but it doesn't mean I won't be okay, you know?
Yes.
So, what happened with the blacksmith?
His daughter was the key to unlocking the box. He died, trying to protect her from those who would open it.
You're not gonna have to do that for me.
I know. But I would.
The part of that story he didn't tell you, Atreus, he's the reason the blacksmith died. Like, I mean, the fucked up part is, like, I know that story.
You were there.
Yeah. Shut up.
Get
Yeah,
sigil arrows to
I
work
did it.
on that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that blacksmith did happen to, you know, try to kill you first in that scenario.
I'm not to admit, yeah, he fucking tried to trick me. He tried to trick me. I went and got something that would do him in, and then I did him in. With my butt.
Step aside, little man.
I stood in front of him, and I shook my meat. But yeah, what I was trying to say is, like, the idea of people saying, like, well, you know, well, your childhood wasn't that bad, so you don't have, so you shouldn't complain. It's like, if you only compare people's lives to the worst thing that could have possibly happened to them, in theory, nothing's that bad ever. You feel what I'm saying?
It almost feels like, sometimes it feels like when people say shit like that, it's like, if you are drowning in a puddle, then you deserve to drown.
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what the fuck that meant, so I'm gonna need you to elaborate.
It appears we
Just because you're not like all the way in the ocean doesn't mean like you're drowning any less. You're still drowning.
Oh, okay. And like, and I can tell you for sure, like, as a black boy, that is like the worst part of growing up black, is because our parents had to go through shit that was like real tough. You were not allowed, you were really never allowed. Ayana's here, she can hear me, but and she'll probably attest to this. You're not allowed to complain, because as far as they're concerned, there's nothing you can go through that was ever as bad as anything they went through. And I think a lot of that had to, like, really came down to the fact that they were looking at the fact that you were a child, and now that they were an adult, they had become old jaded fucks, and they were just unhappy all the goddamn time. Like, that's really what it was. They was fucking mad that they had to be adults. Hey, you're a child, you ain't even gotta fucking do shit no more. Like, you know, completely ignoring the fact that being a child meant, like, specifically being their child, meant that ass beatings were optional for them. And, like, the severity of said ass whooping was completely up to them, as far as, like, you know, what, did you earn this ass whooping? It's up to them. It ain't up to you. Don't nobody give a fuck what you think. Nobody give a fuck what you want. Like, and it was like some of like the worst shit. So, like,
Whatever my future holds, know this, Atreus. I will always do what is best for your future. Even these two understand that there is little choice for a parent.
and again, like this is like
Are they?
mating.
This one's all yours, brother.
You know what? Never mind.
Yeah, it's like both the concept of Kratos going from God killer to man. Am I like? Is this jizz that I'm just
Song of the
in?
Sands. Wow. Didn't know I could get misty. It's beautiful.
Like it's you know it's growth for his character. Like it's understandable,
Thanks,
but at the
Father.
same time, like, and I don't
Doing all
know
this. I know
if
it
this is
doesn't solve
exclusively a
everything.
black thing, and I
It
doubt it
feels
is,
like
because I know Mark
we
went
help.
through some shit as a I almost said a dad, but Mark went through some shit growing up, and I feel like every child of a parent under the age, every child of a parent
No rush
that's
to leave
under.
yet, is there? Who knows what kind of adventures await us in a freshly lit Barrens?
This is very Mark. Remember that episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog? I can see two ravens from one spot. That's not a raven, never mind. What the fuck is that? What are those? Oh, that's what those are. Okay. Remember the episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog where the
biggest thing you've
space
ever
squid
I do not know.
came from outer space?
You can't remember?
Yeah.
Why do you ask?
That's what the
I
things
don't
from
know. So we can compare?
It is not a competition.
I mean, not yet.
that's what the things in the sands remind me of.
You know, I can see that. I totally get it.
I have killed 32 ravens thus far. Hey, Anna, you alright? Is life
I don't
hard?
actually remember what number I'm on for Ravens.
I said, is life hard? That is the blackness, my dear. That is the blackness. For those wondering, she said, yeah, but, you know.
I love that the trash just decided for me that, like, I'm good with fighting these two things by myself.
Ah, another of Kvasir's poems.
Oh, snap. Now we can do it. Now we can do it because I kind of fucking forgot. There's only 10 left. There's only 4 left. I did that wrong. Kvasir's poems. We were supposed to do this episodes ago. This is the end of this episode because I forgot I was recording. A poem made quite melancholy. A poem of quite melancholy, but yeah. Oh, Ayana, I promise you, I can read. I promise. A poem of quiet melancholy by that poet Kvasir. It's Kvasir. It's Carvassoir. Alone yet together, close yet apart. Our long scarves that tether cooperation and art. Speak without word. Quest through the land. Glide like a bird. Draw names in the sand. I know what game that is. So Mark and Foot told me that all of these Cavassier poems are references to, I'm assuming, PlayStation games exclusively, yes?
Some of them I think actually are on other systems, but most of them are PlayStation exclusive.
Okay, because the one I'm looking at looks like it might be Legend of Zelda, but we will read the poem yet again. The Sunrise of Nothingness, a story of relentless genius from the mind of Cavassier. Imagine, dear reader, if you dare, creatures of metal that screech. Oh, this one, that's not Legend of Zelda. That's Alloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. Large society, ground orb, the perfect romance. A fictional poem by Cavassier. The army is assembled, 9 warriors strong, well rested and fed, for the war would be long. The orb in the air, the branches in hand, a swing, a collision. The spectators stand. For 9 nights and 9 days, they fight without rest, running, then waiting to prove themselves best, until finally, mercifully, the army does rout. One army triumphant, the other struck out. This is just baseball.
Yeah, that's literally just MLB the show.
Yeah, okay. We Who Remain, the second part. Oh, I ain't got the first part yet. What is it to live? What is it to die? It is only defiance in the beholder's eye. When disease rots your body, when hate sours your brain, what separates the mad from the sane? For the bearded, cruel father and his surrogate daughter shall never know respite from a full life of slaughter. The evil will die along with the good, and the difference between them grows less understood. I think this is God of War 3. I could be very much wrong, but I think this is God of War 3. Because I remember reading this the first time, and the surrogate daughter bit. Yeah, I think that refers to what's her name, Mark? I don't remember her name, but I think that refers to the key, the blacksmith, referring to the blacksmith from earlier. I think that's who that is. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's who that is. Tool and Bang. Steel and Fur, Unlikely Friends. Oh, this is just it's literally Ratchet and Clank. I can see it on the book. Okay, yeah, so I think that's supposed to be, because the book, like the insignia on the front of the book, like the illustration on the side, is supposed to give you some kind of hint. And this is literally, it's a picture of Ratchet and Clank. That's Spider-Man. I didn't get to read it. Afterlife Abandonments. Stick Rope, Tar Black, Skin Handprint, Baby Crying, Shower Stink, Death Beach, Grubs Delicious, Bombs Piss. That is not Spider-Man. That's
Death Stranding.
Yes, that's Death Stranding. Thank you for not letting me say it out loud. I appreciate that.
No, I was just like, that's the first one. Like, I've heard everything. I was like, oh, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, but the thing on the book, it's a spider web on like the United States of America.
Oh yeah, that is the logo for that. I've not played that in forever.
Visions After Rest. Visions After Rest lay in wait for explorers, crafted by the imps and filled with music, joy, and horror. Among these fanciful realms lie endless creation and possibilities where the limit is one's own imagination. I think... Is that Dreams game? I think that might be Dreams. If I'm wrong, say so in the comments. There's no one reading this. It's fine. Spirits Within the Walls. Like, I'm trying to take a guess, like, by looking at the book first. A gentle boy with his... I know what this is, but I don't know the name of the game. A gentle boy with his brush found kinship among the walls. His creation's playful sprites brought joy to one and all. The town, once empty, now flushed with color and laughter. The boy hailed a hero, though merely a talented drafter. His mission saved his home, threatened by seas and disuse. His weapon, imaginations, purples, reds, blues, and chartreuse. It's not a boy in his blob. I don't know what it is, but I know the game. Celestial Construct. Look around you, oh God, turn your head. Guide your metal friend with care, or else it be dead. Rescue its... Oh, I think I know what this is. Or rescue its friends, experience tension, immerse yourself in a new dimension. What's the name of that game, Mark, on PSP and PS Vita? On PS4 and PS Vita? It's a puzzle game where you have to guide the little robot dude without being seen.
Oh, Astrobot?
No,
Something like that?
no.
A Clone in the Dark? Why
Yes,
am I...
yes, that's
Is
it.
that it?
A clone in the dark. Yeah. I will double check real quick. Because it was one of the first PS4 games. Hold on.
I don't know the answers to any of these. I just know that they are references.
It could be Color Guardians, but I don't think it is. I'm almost positive it's a clone in the dark. But that's not the name of the game. If I remember, I'll try to cut this part out. Instead of like, so people don't have to watch me scroll through my fucking... You shouldn't be drinking if you're driving.
Fight. Not by myself.
Don't tell me to shut up. You shut up. Mouth moving. Face looking like it's looking. I have the game. I just don't know what it's called. Super Meat Boy. That ain't it.
I just completely got distracted and
It's
let
not
that go by the way.
A Clone in the Dark is the subtitle, but it's called something else.
Stealth Inc. or
Stealth
something?
Inc. Stealth Inc. A Clone in the Dark. Do I not have this game?
No.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's Stealth Inc. A Clone in the Dark. Don't know what this one's gonna be. Upon pursuing a place not marked on maps. The lure of adventure is a powerful thing for this man. Never mind, that's Uncharted. And this is Journey. Trip. It's called Journey, yeah. Alone yet together, close yet apart. Yeah, it's referring to the fact that the game you can play it online with somebody, but there's no communication. And there's 4 left to go. I don't know. What happened? Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
I heard it too. I didn't like it. All right, Mark, you got anything to say before we leave? Say the words. Tell the people.
I don't know. It's better to fight with your friends than to fight with your friends.
Oh! Y'all heard the man. Get the fuck out.